Greetings, brothers and sisters, men and women all around the world. Welcome to another episode of Positive Lifestyle Management Awareness Session. I'm your brother, Fee Taylor, and in this awareness session, we're going to be discussing my word is my bond. What do that mean when we say our word is our bond? When we give our word to someone, as upstanding men and women, we have to stand on that. We don't have to say, I put it on this, I put it on that, I stand on this, I stand on that, and none of that. All we got to do is give our word, and when we give our word, we stand on our word. We stand on what we say out of our mouths, because that's what carries us. If a person say they're gonna do something, we do it. If somebody's making an ignorant outburst about something and not having the facts to it, and then the facts are presented to you, man, then you go back and you correct that. That's what we do. That's how we move. That's the best way to move. To be the person be the message that you bring. You know, we can't be in the business of scandalizing and downrating good brothers and sisters who are doing the right things out here. Now, I also want to talk about transition. We have to be willing to transition. And I think I've said this before. All we have to do is look at some of our so-called organizations in the community. They're supposed to be about the community. The NAACP, the Urban League, Operation Push, Rainbow Push, all these particular organizations, right? And then you look at them, and then you ask yourself right now, who's the leader or the president of the NAACP? Who's the president of the Urban League? What impact is Operation Rainbow Push having in the community? And the answer to all of these questions is most people don't know who's the president of these particular organizations are, and we know that they don't have no positive impact in the everyday lives within our community. And here's the reason why. The leadership in those particular organizations does not relate to the youth, and the youth cannot relate to them. They do not want to relinquish the power or authority that was given to them. So they holding on, and in the process of holding on, not realizing that you are losing the very peoples that you were placed there to guide and to help. You losing the ones who need you the most, because you don't want to transition. You don't want to be able to relate to those that's younger than you. That's why the NAACP, the National Urban League, what's that other snitch name? Al Sharpton. None of them, they don't have no impact in our communities now. They don't have absolutely none. Because look at them, they 60, 70, 80, 90 years old and still trying to hold on to power. They're not even able to transition in thought. They're not able to transition in their actions. They're not able to transition in their attitude or their behavior. They're not able to transition. They're stuck in the same position. And that's why those organizations are extinct. That's why they are non-existent within our communities. We can't allow ourselves to become non-factors in the lives of those that we were placed to guide and to help. And because we've always had a youth movement. It's always been about the youth. It's always been about those who were younger than ourselves. When I was coming up and I was 16, 17, 18 years old, my focus was to be trying to get myself together and to focus on those who were coming behind me, which were the 11 and 12-year-old. My focus was to try to help them be better young men and young women. And those who were older than me, their job was to do the same to me. It was like pushing it down, coming down the chain. Now we cannot get away from that. We cannot get away from that chain, whereas though we focus on the youth. It's time for the youth to lead us. It's their time. So if it's their time, let's give them what they deserve. Let's give them the authority to lead, but at the same time, guide them. Be that voice of reason to them. That way, when they get into a situation, they will be able to come to us and ask us for guidance. And we'll be able to provide them the guidance that they need. We shouldn't fight against them, because if we fight against them, we are in a lose-lose situation. If we do something to them, we lose. If they do something to us, we lose. So the best thing to do is to guide our youth. That's what we're supposed to do. Guide them and lead them. And so I want to leave us with this here. In the process of going from the old to the new, we will have a few complications. And some of you know we have had good moments as well as bad moments in our past. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get out of the past. Let's put the past where it belongs behind us and move forward. Get behind the youth. Let's push them in a positive and productive manner. Let's encourage them to do what we did. Let's not get stuck in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and the 90s. We want to push them in a better format. We want to push them forward so that they can take things way further than what we had them, where we took them. That's that legacy. That's preserving our heritage. And as the June 18, 1982 letter says, we need a constant influx of competent replacements. A constant influx of competent replacement. And on that note, I end this awareness session by saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey.